Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 and
Ace.
And myself, along with Ace, are going to be going over... That was a recent recording. I had to do that again. Any case, we're going over all the commanders for the Wehrmacht. Oh my god, you're disappointed.
I'm so disappointed.
It's like I slammed a joke down and you're like, it wasn't even set up. It was like, it was set up in a thing that was deleted.
It was even a joke!
But in any case, we're going over all the commanders in a tier list, ranking the best and the worst.
I vote this time around, we go left to right. So we don't do this piecemeal bullshit that we did in the last one.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I agree. And luckily, in this one, it's very easy to see the first one, assault support. So, very cool indeed. So anyway, I think we should put this guy, assault support...
Don't you think we should go over the Doctrine before we make our judgment?
I'm just leaving it there. So assault support, for those jumping the gun, has supply truck that you put down for resources, though if you put it down, it stops others from getting resources.
Right, you gotta have himself. The first call-in is the artillery field officer.
Yes.
Which is pretty good. It doesn't suffer from the OKW officer, where if you get shot, you retreat.
They have buffed it, but the reason why I skipped over it is because I don't care for it at all.
Right, but you still have to talk about it.
It has good smoke. I like that about it.
It's not great,
yeah,
but it's a good support. The cargo truck obviously is great. Like,
yes,
you can't do that.
You can cut over your allies by putting it down. If they have their own, they can't put it down.
Strafing run is really fucking good.
Yes, it is. It's very good at suppressing infantry, and then you can run them over.
Frag bomb, again,
good for killing forward bases and blobs.
It's good. It's anti-infantry. It's not really good against him. And then there's obviously the Tiger, which is a
very good heavy tank.
Decent.
Yeah,
I'd argue it's the weakest axis heavy.
Well, it depends. I would honestly say that if used correctly, you could absolutely spam the strafing run and frag bomb with the amount of resources you get.
I'm talking about a heavy tank, and you immediately go into the strafing run and frag bomb.
Well, I'm just saying overall, that's the most powerful component of this commander. The Tiger is secondary.
No, the most powerful point of this commander is the cargo truck.
That's what I mean. That's why I mean.
Right.
It supplies.
No, I agree with you. That combo is good. Although the combo's not as great as you think, because by the time you do the strafing run, they're going to notice it, so your odds of getting a frag bomb off is low. But the fact that you can have higher fuel, higher munitions is great. Artillery field officer is middling. I agree with him on that. The Tiger tank, again, it's great. I just think it's the weakest axis heavy in my opinion. King Tiger's better, Yag's better, Elephant's better. I'd even argue I don't know if I consider the Sturma heavy, but I mean, I'd argue it's better anyway.
So by the way, I just realized that this was in alphabetical order. I had no idea. I thought it was just randomly placed. Been playing this game for 6 years now, and I just realized that. Go me. But anyway, I recommend A tier. What'd you recommend?
A tier.
All right, so let's move on to the next one, which is Blitzkrieg. So Blitzkrieg, I'm just gonna leave this right here for the time being. It has Panther Tactician, which is a great smoke ability to allow your armor to escape.
That's not Blitzkrieg. You pushed up. Blitzkrieg is
that one.
No, he has.
That's Blitzkrieg. You're blind.
I am blind.
All right. So tactical movement, you can run faster with the infantry. That's it. You don't get better attack or anything.
Okay. Okay. You had to stop going from the second one. We go from the first one.
I went over Panther Tactician.
I didn't hear you.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So Panther Tactician.
Oh my god.
Overpowered as shit.
It's very good for keeping your armor alive.
Overpowered as shit.
Yes.
I call it the panic button.
Tactical movement, I think, is fine. It's just you run faster. It doesn't really give you a bonus in combat.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I disagree with you. Have you seen tactical movement with the Panzergrens?
Again, it can be good, but Panzergrens already have.
Oh, my bad. Does not affect anti-tank gun squads.
Yeah.
No, my bad. It's anti-tank guns.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I'm a little blind.
Okay. Well, blind and deaf. Apparently.
Yeah, but have you seen the Panzergrens run with that?
I agree, it's good, but I'm just saying it's not like 4 Mother Russia that gives you a combat bonus.
They don't need it.
Anyway, Reconnaissance, which you get a recon again, Encirclement, which will just go over an area.
Which is good.
Command Tank, which is a very good ability. Wait, hold on. It gives an extra defense bonus for armor, so it allows them to survive more hits, which could be life or death. And then Super Close Air Support, great against killing medium armor and light armor alike.
It's good. I think this is a B tier Doctrine.
I agree. That's actually where I would place it, because it's one key focus about this Doctrine, very heavy on the munitions. You really need munitions to use.
I mean, anything with Panther Tactician to me is like a good candidate for B tier, because it's an honest to god panic button. Oh, yeah. I accidentally overset my tank. Beep, smoke. No auto target. You can still ground fire, but let's be honest, it's a get out of jail free card. So
let's use where would you put close air support? Because I think honestly, it is one of the best commanders in the game. But here's my rationale. You get the Stuka Bomb Strike, great against enemy blobs.
You had the Stuka, first off, you had Stuka Reconnaissance Pass.
Yes, which is Recon, very cheap Recon.
Which is good.
Which is probably the predecessor to the cheap Recon the OKW and players now get, which is a smoke drop. That's like the kind of like... Anyway, so then you also get the Supply Drop Zone, which gives you fuel munitions for manpower.
Fuel or munitions.
Yes, but you need to put it on the munitions point. So if it's an enemy near enemy territory and they take it, well, it's your fault. An AT strafe is great for suppressing blobs, and the anti-infantry strafe is great for coming in from behind and killing armor. Okay, maybe not S tier. Maybe not S tier. Maybe that was a little jumping the gun. But I do think it's very good for combating enemy units.
I think it's B tier for the sole fact that its main strength is its call-ins, not the actual doctrine itself. And while it does assist that,
yeah, you know what I'm thinking? Anti-air. If you get a bunch of like,
well, no, this Stuka dive bomb can't be shot down, but the strafing run will still suppress, and the anti-tank can do initial damage. But here's the thing, though: if you get like 1 or 2 abstract, it's shot down, and even then, like, God forbid you do not have a heavy munitions game, that doctrine is largely nerfed. That's why it's B tier, because it's really economic dependent.
Munitions and anti-air.
And you can choose between munitions or fuel, and a lot of players choose fuel over munitions.
Yeah, which is great for rushing armor. And again, if they're going to be lowering the CP for heavy tanks, you'll be seeing this doctrine a lot more in the future. Any case, let's go with a better defensive doctrine than the Soviets. Let's go with, again, defensive doctrine. Which
this is the new one.
Which, again, you get the Ostrupen, you get the defensive fortifications, which was fixed.
Which are okay.
You get the Sugi, which I think sucks.
It's okay.
It sucks. Pack 43.
Great.
And then you get sector artillery, which calls an artillery within a defined area. Honestly, I really like this doctrine. I think it's probably the best Ostrupen doctrine. I know a lot of people would say the another doctrine of its name would be it, but unfortunately, I think this one is slightly better because the Pack 43 is great. You can use it. Defensive fortifications are also very good for laying down defenses in certain key areas. And, of course, you get the artillery. I'm not a big fan of the Stugi, but I think at the very least, I would put this at B tier. I think that's a good place for it.
I think B tier is good.
Yeah. All right. Then next up, we have Elite Troops coming along to fight. Elite Troops, by the way, which has, again, you have the Stormtroopers, which are very good.
First off, you get the Model 24 stun grenades.
Okay, if we're starting from the beginning.
Well, you always start from like you jump halfway through.
Yes.
And that's what fucking kills me is because like we're not just so you know, we have it pulled up on the side just so we know everything, and you guys don't. So we're starting from the earliest to the latest. That's how I want to do it. And he keeps jumping halfway through for some fucking reason.
You're welcome.
Right. So the Model 24 stun grenades, they're fucking great. Like, anytime you can stun and run over or call in a strike is great. Like, they've been nerfed, but, I mean, they're still really good.
Just using them to keep infantry in the combat longer so you can maybe kill it.
And what's good about this is they can be used with your regular infantry as well, which is what makes this really fucking good.
Jaeger light infantry squads are, again, great because, again...
well, that's Jaeger light upgrade.
Yes, sorry. That's what I mean. You can upgrade them with the G43s, which is fantastic.
Which is better than the MG42 for your Grenadiers.
Yes.
But like the Panther Gren upgrade, I'm not going to use Jaegers on, but your Grenadiers, the fact they can shoot on the move with their Jewers is fucking fantastic. And then that leads into the Stormtroopers, which you can upgrade with free MP40s, or you can just upgrade them with the Jaeger.
I remember the good old days with SUG44s.
Oh my god, that was they were bad. They were bad.
Panther Tactician, which again is a great smoke ability, and the Tiger
Ace.
The
new and improved Tiger Ace.
Which, by the way, just letting you know how bad the original Tiger Ace was. If this was the original Tiger Ace, Elite Troops would be, in my opinion, F tier.
I put in D tier.
The only because it's literally something that will kill you. Before helping.
Yeah, but you just don't rock it. I'd argue this is...
I think with the Tiger Ace actually being a pretty good combat vehicle, plus the smoke, plus Stormtroopers, plus the stun grenade, I think it's an A tier. I think it's a solid...
I could actually argue an S tier for it.
Okay.
You got the Tiger Ace, which is great now.
Yes.
You have really good infantry. And then the fact that you have Panther Tactician with the Tiger Ace.
Yes.
And also, like, one thing I really like about this doctrine is... the upgrades for it affect everything else that you have, and they buff what you get from it.
Like
you get your stun grenades. But here's the thing, though. I don't think you need call-ins with this doctrine because your squads will be powerful enough to counter the infantry.
I'm just pointing that out, but
I don't think
Elite Troops finally gets the coveted S tier.
No, I personally do not think a Doctrine needs a call-in to be S tier. It helps, honest to God, but I mean, I would rather rock Panther Tactician, Stun Nades, Jaeger Light, Stormtroopers, and Tiger Ace. Like there's no call-in I'd want other than that.
Now here's a more divisive Doctrine, Encirclement. Encirclement, again, you get ambush training, which hides your men with a slight upgrade.
Which is great. I liked it.
Stormtroopers, which we already talked about. Break supply line. This is very different.
Good harassment.
Yeah, because you can knock out key points. Like you can knock out munitions, unguarded caches. Unguarded regular points with no caches. Though, right? No, it only does a quarter damage. And it will knock out fuel, but it will not knock out a victory point. That's the only thing. Breakthrough, which will allow your armor to quickly capture points,
and they move
and close the pocket, which means if a place is encircled, meaning it's not connected to your home base, major artillery strikes, everything will be dead inside in 10 seconds.
Here's where I think you're gonna be first. I think this is a C tier Doctrine, due to the sole fact that it's not that close the pocket is bad, it's most maps are bad for close the pocket.
Okay,
and it's very hard to pull it off, not because it's hard, but because it's really takes a dedicated effort that's really easy to counter.
Red Ball is probably the best map for this.
Red Ball is the best map to do close the pocket on. But like, think about Port of Hamburg. Like, for instance, there's a lot of maps you have to get the CP decapped. You have to get a lot of back caps done, and there's not a lot of buildings to deploy the stormtroopers.
But it is so powerful when you do that in circle.
It is
incredible.
And honest to God, if more maps could be utilized with it, I would give it an 8. But the fact that it's very situational, and realistically, there's only 1 or 2 maps that you could effectively use this tactic on.
Okay.
I think it's a C tier because most of it's then useless.
We should also mention we're doing this from a 3v3 and 4v4 perspective, not 1v1, because we don't play those, so we don't have as much.
I mean, the 1v1 2v2 scene, it's mainly generally focused around your core units anyway, and there's only like 1 or 2 doctrines used for anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's also very unlikely you're gonna, especially in a 1v1 environment, if you're gonna stay in that encircled territory, you're gonna immediately retreat before you're not.
Let's not do the 1v1 2v2.
Yeah. So, but that's just me. Anyway, so let's move on to another doctrine. Let's do Festing Armor. This one is a lot more defensive oriented. So to just give an idea, you get the Panther Tactician, which is a smoke.
Right.
Hull down. So essentially, you pin down your armor to make it more durable and dish out more damage. Combine this with the, again, you also get Pack 43 and a command tank. Combine it with both of those, and you can have some very sturdy structures that are hard to kill, unless you have some serious artillery or AT guns. And also you get Railway, which I think is not great. It's good for killing static positions.
Here's the thing, though. But Railway is good against the Brits if they've been placed, like, 17
or deterring enemies from capturing points.
Even then, though, like...
Yeah.
It's the first strike might kill something, second, third rarely. I mean,
yeah.
My issue with this one is the main purpose of this one is the hold down.
Yeah.
And you have to is that better than the other hold down doctrine? And I'd argue no.
Okay. I do like it combined with the command tank. That's my thing.
I
think that's enough. Like literally, that can make. But
here's the problem: the fact that you make your mobile tanks immobile.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
I personally don't like that because here's my reasoning. Why would you hold down your tanks when you have a Pack 43?
That's a fair point.
Why would you? Now, I know it's situational.
Unless you're holding down the command tank. And that way it gives the defensive aura and it's hard to kill.
I'm fine with that, but then that's only...
You're right, it's very situational.
I'd actually argue it's D tier because there's a better doctrine.
Okay. So next up, we have the Festing Support.
You haven't moved it.
I know, I was looking at it to get the name correct. So in any case, final wrap-up, Festing we'll put at D tier. And now we'll move up the other Festing again. And this one has the Mortar Half-Track, the Smoke, the Relief Infantry, the Artillery, and the Sector Artillery.
So Festung,
yes,
because there's no I there.
Whatever.
So it doesn't make an ing sound. Mortar Half-Tracks, fucking great. Smoke Bombs,
good recon.
Good, and also good on the field. Relief Infantry, I'm two ways about it.
Yeah.
LAFH, great. Sector, pretty good. This is a fairly common doctrine, actually.
B would be a good one for it, I think.
Maybe, I mean,
A, or would you rather have A tier?
It's a low A, high B. I could go either way. If you think it's a B, I could support a B.
Probably my biggest gripe with,
is the relief. But my problem is,
I don't know.
Here's the thing: mortar half tracks are great. Smoke bombs are great. The LAFH is great. The sector on top of it, is great. I mean, there's better artillery tricks in the sector, of course. But I mean, and this is a fairly popular doctrine, and it's used effectively.
I mean, I guess I could see it. I mean, yeah, okay. It's a lot.
I think it's solid.
It's very supportive and definitely an artillery.
Actually,
focus.
I'd argue it's not as much supportive. I think it's actually fairly offensive. You have the smokes to cover your advances. You have the mortar half tracks and then, God forbid, you get wiped. You have relief infantry to replace your units.
All right, now let's bring up the one that you actually
fortified armor.
Yeah, so fortified armor. Go ahead.
So this is the better in terms of hold down. Panther Tactician, which is same as the last one, is great. Includes a Recon, which I think is better. Yep. It has hold down, which I'm two ways about it. It has the command tank, which you said was good to go. But instead of the pack, it has the elephant. And this is why I think this doctrine is better, because I want an elephant over a pack any day of the week. Yeah. Because it's mobile, and if you really want to hold it down, you can. I mean, it doesn't shoot through the buildings, but you at least can move it.
Plus, the elephant now can take, especially combined with the command tank, God damn, if you fortify that thing, it is hard to kill.
But I would argue, though, that it's still not the strongest elephant doctrine. And for that, I would give it a B tier.
Honestly, though, no, I see this thing. You could amplify armor very quickly with this and allow to make sure that you cannot be killed, especially with the Panzer Tactician in it.
Panzer Tactician is good. Here's why this is B tier, though. It's B tier because... Well, the Recon's great, but it's B tier because if you hold down the majority of your armor, you're taking away the mobility of it.
You don't necessarily need it if it can't be killed.
You do.
I mean, that's if the enemy can kill it.
Okay. Honest to God. When have we ever faced fortified armor where we've gone, oh, fuck, it's fortified, we can't
if you don't... Okay, so if you don't have a precision strike and you don't have a long-range heavy artillery, tell me how you pull up an elephant when it's surrounded by, like, MGs and such.
But the problem is we always have that.
But I know we do. But I'm just saying in general.
Most people have it. Most people have some sort of strike to take care of it. Katyushas can do it. The British base artillery can do it. Like my argument is that it's not the whole. My whole point about this is the fact that you're immobile makes you a target.
We have two. So for those who don't know, we have two essentially things we can say. We put final say on this. I'm using mine for A tier on this.
Why? It's hold down.
Let's take
the fucking best aspect of the German armor and remove it.
I literally just did a replay on this with Panzer fortification, and I became a believer in the fortified armor with this. But in any case, that's my one.
Yeah, Sean believes in it too, but I've seen him throw games because of it being used.
All right, so let's now use German infantry doctrine. Let's actually go.
I want to go on record. I firmly do not believe or respect that it's an A tier.
Okay, that's fine. And that's why I used my one. And now I have one more.
I hate that you do that.
So in any case, German infantry doctrine, which has the half track, not a mortar half track, just a half track.
Drive-bys?
Yeah.
I'm two ways about this.
I mean, I could take...
It's not as effective as it used to be.
Stormtroopers, which again, very good. Veteran squad leaders. This is the big one, because you can now have 5-man grenadier squads. Very good and have a lot of really good bonuses that go with it. Assault and hold, so again they can rush and capture territory.
Good.
Kind of similar to like a 4-mother rush almost. And then fragmentation bomb, which is a high explosive bomb that kills infantry. This is a very good anti-infantry doctrine and very good boosting infantry of your own.
I'd argue it's less of a good anti-infantry doctrine and more of a good infantry buff doctrine because you essentially get 5-man squads, which are great, obviously. Yep. But Stormtrooper is obviously good, but the half track is very situational and can be countered fairly effectively. Assault and hold is good, but it's not really gonna really. Don't get me wrong, I like stuff like that. So and the frag bomb, it's nice, but it's not the best. I mean, I think it's a solid B tier.
So where would you put? You put the B tier?
I put it in B tier. The fact that it's good, but it's not great.
Okay. Don't be wrong. I could definitely see why.
There's only two things on here that I really love about it, and it's the Stormtroopers
and the squad.
And the squad, yeah.
Okay. So, fine. We'll move to the next one then, because I'm not going to argue with on that. I think that's where it should roughly be with that one. So, next one we got German mechanized. Wait, is that German mechanized? Did I get that right? No. I don't think I have that, man. Wait. No, I do. He's just out of order. Got him. I think that's the man. I'm going to say...
Yep, that is. He's got the crow's feet right here.
There we go. We got crow's feet, man. So, this doctrine has Mechanized Grenadier Group, It has smoke bombs, the spotting scope,
LFH.
the LFH, and the command tank. Overall, this is a weird assortment of units to have.
Yeah,
You got some recon abilities, you got artillery, you got this LMG squad with the half track. I think this is okay. I think C would be a good.
Honestly, I put it in C2 because there's better artillery doctrines. There's better command tanks. There's better doctrines that do what it wants to do, that do it better.
Yes. Now, that being said, let's go with one of the best doctrines in the game.
I don't think we have to debate where this is going. This is obviously S tier. The Regal Mines.
Jaeger Armor
my
Doctrine.
God.
So this has the Regal Mine, which can be
great.
deployed by half track. You can literally like rush this around the battlefield and lay it all over the place. It's great. Next, you have the recon plane.
And honestly, I think this is the one thing I don't like about this doctrine because it's very munitions intensive.
Yes.
And
Yes,
it's
it
an
is.
easily shot down recon. So the fact that
5 of its abilities require munitions. Or 4, sorry. 4 of the abilities require munitions.
yes, which is almost all of them.
Yes.
But and the spotting scope, which is really good
Yes.
with this doctrine, considering you have the elephant, and the Stuka dive bomb is
Combine
fantastic.
that. If you're already gonna have the ability to get a half track, get a scout car with the spotting scope, and then
It
get
can
the
see
vet
half the
too.
map.
Holy mackerel! That thing can see everything.
This is an S tier. It's great, and we don't really have to debate this. It's one of the most common doctrines we see, and it's the main reason why I think all other elephant doctrines should be lower is because you're mainly, if you're going to pick an elephant, you're going to pick this doctrine.
Yes.
And the fact that this is picked so much more and it's
a lot better.
much more versatile.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
There's no reason to pick any of the other elephant
It's a
doctrines.
lot better to have sight and the idea and like presence of mind where the enemy is than being able to take that damage from an unknown source. That's why it's higher than fortified armor in my opinion.
That's why fortified armor should be lower.
Any case, now we have Jaeger light infantry, which monocle.
Jaeger infantry, not light infantry.
Yeah, actually I don't have monocle man, so we'll skip that one until the end. I'm sorry, I pulled up from the
Join
COH2
Ops.
website,
All right,
and
now-
I didn't have it.
All right, now joint ops is
Weird.
No, it's not weird. It's the de facto artillery
Yes.
of the Wehrmacht.
You get the artillery field officer, which we've stated. It's okay.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Recon, okay.
Works with this one because it does work with this one. LEFH, great. Pack, great. Light artillery
Can be good.
and honestly,
They did buff it. It's better against infantry now.
I'm too
and
pissed
actually
about
can
it.
do quite a bit against armor. So, but again, it's in
I
one
would not say it can
tag
do quite a
squad.
bit against armor. I would push
Against
through it.
medium tanks. It will. Heavy tanks, no.
Even that medium tanks, I don't ever
Just
really-
watch it versus Jackson. I swear, I'm not joking.
Yeah, it'll do decent damage, but not it'll do like a little bit, but it's not where I'm going.
You'd be surprised. But in any case, I agree with B
yeah,
tier.
so
It's probably the most artillery.
I put it in A tier actually.
Oh, A tier. Okay.
If you like light artillery, then that's good.
Yeah.
The pack and LEFH and same doctrine is fucking great.
Yes.
The recon is great because it's low munition cost. And then the artillery field officer just gives that little bit of versatility for your ground army. That's why it's an A tier. It's a very popular doctrine. It's used effectively, and it's something that is just, in my opinion, really good.
Okay, so Lightning War. So Lightning War has the G43s, which again they have the upgrade for the Grenadiers. You
Yeah,
again
light
have
infantry.
tactical movement. You have the relief infantry, which we've gone over before. So a lot of these we've been with other doctrines. However, with this, you also get a Tiger combined with a Super support.
Yeah.
So both of those are very good for anti-armor and anti-infantry capabilities.
I actually do like this doctrine.
I do too. I think this is very good for very good infantry, very good armor, and a very good anti-armor
However,
airstrike.
here's the thing, though.
Yes.
It's not as good against infantry as you're saying. There's better ones. This is the reason why I like this doctrine is because it's a middle road doctrine.
Yes.
It's a jack of all trades. It's good at generally everything, but excels at nothing.
So B tier?
Yeah, I'm about to say perfect B tier material.
Okay. Now, one that I could say would probably be a little bit higher is Luftwaffe. So, for those who don't know, the Luftwaffe supply doctrine, very, very helpful. Because not only, once again, do you get resources, so again...
Okay, first let's go up. So, airdrop
sorry.
medical supplies.
Sorry.
I'm not a big fan of this. I'd rather just get the medical bunker in my base, honestly. So I don't really use it. Supply drop, again, great, love it. Recon, I don't think Recon works for this one because you already have 2 other call-ins.
Yes.
And then
It's very
here's the thing.
plane-focused.
I know you said it was good, but I'm actually not a huge fan of this doctrine because the incendiary isn't the greatest.
Well, the incendiary is good because you can use it, especially at 6 CP, so it's actually an earlier than the strafing run. The strafing run will suppress infantry. This will literally burn them to death.
if they stand in the fire.
There are a lot of idiots.
Okay, but we can't judge it based on
Also,
that.
it's good against buildings, urban combat.
I understand that, but the other problem is, though, it's that you're taking away those munitions from this do good bombing strike.
That's very true, but sometimes you need something that's very good against a precision strike, and some things you need for a general wide area of effect.
Yeah, but the flames aren't the greatest thing ever, and there's very few scenarios where I'm not using a Stuka dive bomb.
I will say, again, close air support combined with this. Close air support has more direct combat, which is why I think it's slightly better than this, but it still has those resource columns, so C tier, as I think.
Yes, I am agreeing in C tier because it's so munitions heavy, and my big issue is it has no supporting role for anything in the German army.
All right,
other than your resources.
So Mechanized Assault is the next one on the list, and here's my issue with this one. I hate the Stugi, and it's the main proponent of it.
He hates the
I
Stugi.
hate the Stugi. That being said, everything else with this doctrine, I actually really enjoy.
I think the Stugi actually has
the
a good
Assault
place.
Grenadier, especially the buff they gave it, definitely worked for the Assault Grens.
Assault Grens are situational.
The Mechanized Assault group, I really don't care for. Even
I'm
though
fine with it.
You can do the PanzerStrike upgrade with it and try to do like kind of
drive-bys, but we've been over that. It's very situational, and
also if the enemy has AT, that thing's screwed. Light artillery barrage, fine. Tiger tank, fine. I think this is more of a B tier.
I think it's a C tier.
Oh, you think it's C tier?
I think it's a C tier for a couple of reasons. There's better Tiger tank doctrines. Light artillery, I'm not a fan of this doctrine because...
Isn't this the only one with Assault Grens, or am I crazy? Is this the only one with Assault Grens, right?
I think so.
There's no other one.
No, the new one has it.
Yeah, the new one has
That's what I was thinking of it.
So yeah, compare it actually with the new one, you're probably right, it is C tier.
Yeah, I think it's C tier.
Oh god, now we go for the most memey commander, in my opinion, that people use, and I don't understand why. Maybe you can enlighten me to mobile defense. Tell me what's wrong with me.
First off, so let's go over mobile defense because idiot boy here doesn't understand the god that is mobile defense. So counterattack tactics, again, neutral territory is captured more rapidly while active.
Great.
It's actually really shit because guess what? Why would you use that? Because there's no point in the game. Like, man, I wish I capped everything more early. I mean, it's only
maybe
useful
if you have like 1 CP left or something. But...
Or if you're trying to capper a neutral CP.
But if you got that point,
that's it. The Puma call-in, very good. Puma's very good, especially with the Wehrmacht. It's the ultimate dive behind enemy lines, kill stuff. Panther Tactician, really good, especially with the Puma, because that buys you another shot. Ostrupen reserves.
I don't get this because you're wasting more to get Ostrupen.
I love it. It's great. And then the command egg.
Which is fine. So, like, what about this makes it so appealing to so many players?
Puma.
Okay. And the
Panzertack.
But there's better Panzertack. We already went over one earlier.
It's the Puma with the Panzertack. That makes it good. Puma's really fast. The Wehrmacht lack a fast, deep strike, light tank.
Okay, light, you're right. I would consider that Panzer Force job.
Panzer Force too slow. Too slow, too bulky.
That's why you get a Blitz.
No, that's why you call in the Puma to do it. Puma does it way better.
I just see this and I just see a hodgepodge of units. That's what I see.
I'm not arguing with that, but I mean the Puma and the Tactician are great.
Ostrupen counterattacks, I think it's.
I would put it in honest to God D tier though.
Thank you, good sir.
Well, I can appreciate for what it is, but I'm never gonna fucking use it. I think the Puma's great. I think the Puma Penetration is good. I think the rest of the doctrine sucks shit.
Yeah. So let's go with another doctrine that may not be so great. Ostrupen.
No, this is good because that's Ostrupen, Artillery Field Officer.
Well, yeah, you have that in the Artillery Field Officer. You also get Trench, which great. You get Trench. You get Supply Drop, which is actually pretty good. You get a nice like MG34, a pack, some I believe munitions with this as well.
Yeah, but why would you get an MG34 when you can get an MG42?
That's a fair point.
Like, why? That's just garbage in my opinion.
And then you also get Railway. Again, there are better Ostrupen doctrines than this, in my opinion.
It's D tier.
Yeah.
It's D tier for the sole fact that there's nothing there I like.
God, there's gonna be Ostrupen fans that really hate us.
No, like, here's the thing,
Put your comments down below.
I like running Ostrupen. I think it's fine, but the problem is, though, it's that, like, it's like a 50-50 game if you win with Ostrupen.
Yeah. So, next up, we have Spearhead Doctrine, which,
Now this, Spearhead.
Yeah.
Spearhead is good.
So Spearhead has the half-track mortar. It has the smoke. You also have Recon, Frag Bomb.
And a Tiger.
And the Tiger.
This is what I call a quintessential offensive. Again, Spearhead Doctrine. It's very fitting because...
Oh, we forgot to mention the half-tracks can deploy fire, so that it's good against, like, buildings.
Yes, this is also what I've been saying. This is why I love them. The mortar half-tracks are great. They have smoke. They're good. They can stand up. They're great. It's A tier automatically for me. I think it's one of the best Tiger tank doctrines you can have.
All right, so now here's the thing, because I know. Would you put this at S tier?
No,
You just A tier.
I would just put it. I would not put it S tier. I think I think it's a solid A tier because I mean it's a good doctrine, but it's not. Oh dear God, I'm fighting that again.
So where would you put Storm Doctrine? Because Storm Doctrine, for those who don't know, is ambush training, the Regal Mine, smoke bombs, essentially recon, artillery, and a Stuka bomb strike. I think it's fine. It's again a weird assortment, but it still works.
It's actually not as weird as you think if you take in the mind of this is to punish players who sit on their ass.
Yeah, you're right.
The fact that you have Regals are great. Ambush is great. Smoke bombs are great. LEFH is great. Stuka dive bomb is great. Like these are all great abilities to have, and I'm honest. B tier? No, it's.
Man, that cat is staring at you with evil intent in her eyes.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the cat. This is what I'm torn on
Cat's
because it's not as munitions heavy as some of the other columns we've seen.
Yeah.
The only main column is the dive bomb, and Regal Mines are good, and I always can justify planning them.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, you can also use it for cheaper recon as well. So I mean, like, I can see this at B tier. I think B tier is fine.
I honestly think it's A tier. It's a good arty doctrine.
Okay.
It's a good arty doctrine.
Right.
I think it does its job, and that's all that matters.
Now let's go with the second to last one. We still have to go to the back. The other one I'll add that in post. But Strategic Reserves, which has Assault Grens, has Panzer IV, the OKW variant you can get, Breakthrough Equipment, which essentially.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think this is S tier as well.
You think that? Okay.
Here's why.
Okay.
It's got Assault Grens,
all right,
which are good for early game.
All right.
Situationally, of course, they're good. You have a better Panzer IV, which is fantastic because the Vera Panzer IV is already good, and the fact that you get an OKW one is great. Breakthrough Equipment. Now here's the thing. It's good because Panzer Grens get smoke grenades.
Yes.
Which is something the Vera lack huge.
Yes.
And then there's also the fact that, you can camouflage your half tracks and then use them as, as mobile scouting platforms. And then there's the Tiger Race, which is obviously really good now.
Yes.
Maybe not S tier, but I would definitely go A tier.
Okay. Yeah, my big thing about this, well, I mean, I guess the half tracks really. I mean, like, if you want to keep this S tier, I'm fine with keeping it S tier. If it's A tier, A.
I talked myself out of it. It's A tier.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I like the Tiger Ace and the Assault Grens. The Panzer IV I'm fine with getting the upgrade because that's like a T-30-45. Maybe
no, it's better than T-40-45.
But kind of like that. I mean, it's like it's the Panzer IV to that, and then Breakthrough Equipment's fine and Mobile Observation's fine. Yeah, if one of those were just a little bit better, and I think they're upgrading the half track, so maybe it will be up a little bit higher. And then finally, I'll add this in post. We have the Jaeger Infantry Doctrine. So that includes ambush training, Jaeger Light Infantry upgrade,
Jaeger Command Squad.
That's the big thing, the Jaeger Command Squad. Remember when these things were OP at one point in time? Then you have the Light Artillery Barrage and the Stuka Close Air Support. This is very munitions heavy. Also,
it's not as munitions heavy as you would think.
Yeah.
It depends how much infantry you run.
Yeah. I think this is fine. I just overall think this is a fine doctrine. I don't see anything that pushes it above anything else.
It's solid B tier.
Yeah, that's where I would place it. So B tier it is. But in any case, that's all of the Wehrmacht. Congratulations. We have gone over the Wehrmacht. But in any case, hopefully you guys enjoyed these commander videos. If you want to see us do a tier of something Comfy Rose 2, put it down below, and we will take a look in the future. Because again, we have no idea how long we're going to be doing these.
Remember, if you think you're wrong because one of you ignorant shits will think so, I don't really care.
Yeah. And again, Ace knows more about the Wehrmacht and Soviet than my brother, who decided to just run away and not really cover this. Mostly out of threats from us to get the video done. Which, is he still back yet? Or is he still gone? Yeah, he's still gone. In any case, this has been Greyshot17.
Ace.
And we'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, before you guys go, I want to tell you about these incredible people like Milam, Ace, Chris Bailey, Folkvard, Javibuxi, Jfoe, Joey G240, Josh, jrchicklis, Just Thomas Plays, Little Koosh, Mustaach, Onlyplayapples, PyroShark, Rifle, Streakingwookie, White Hot D, GTA, Jakub Ocwieja, Nathan Angus, and Cedarteal. Thank you guys so much for your incredible Patreon support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you guys next time.